Hey, hello. Today's lesson is lesson 59, writing division problems 3 ways, dividing by 10, by 7, and by 1, and identifying quotients. So sometimes we want to find out how many groups of 10, 1, or 7 are in a number. For example, we may want to find out how many groups of 10 there are in 90, or how many groups of 10 there are in 50. This is like asking how many dimes it takes to make 90 cents or 50 cents. When we want to find the number of groups of 10 we can make from 90, we can write the problem in 3 ways. So we have 90 divided by 10, 90 divided by 10, and 90 divided by 10. Okay, so this first symbol here, this is called the division sign. Okay, the answer to a division problem is called the quotient. So here, this one is the division sign. And we draw the division sign by first drawing a line and then putting a dot above and below the line. The second way we can write it is with this here, and this is called a division bar. Okay? A division bar is made by just drawing a straight line and putting the numbers we're dividing on top and bottom. The last type of division symbol is this one, and it's called the division box. Okay, and the number inside the box is the number we're dividing, and the number outside is what we're dividing by. Okay, so for all these problems, we have 90 divided by 10, and the answer is going to be the same for each, and the answer, remember, is called the quotient. So the quotient for each of these is, I'm just going to move them so I can write the quotient next to it. Oops. The quotient is always going to equal 9 for all of these ways. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way you write it, the answer will stay the same. Okay, so here we have 80 divided by 10, and I've written it using the division symbol. Okay, so 80 divided by 10, and I want to find the quotient. The quotient equals 8. Okay. Now we have 50 divided by 10, again using the division symbol. 50 divided by 10 equals 5, because there are 5 groups of 10 and 50. All right, what about these ones? Oh, but first of all, do you see a pattern? If you notice, the quotient is always my number here, with the 0 taken off of it. Whenever I divide a number that ends in 0 by 10, the answer is going to be the first number. Okay? All right, so here we have 170 divided by 10. So if I keep that the same, when I divide by 10, and my number I'm dividing by ends in 0, my answer should be the first number with the 0 taken off. So 170 divided by 10 equals 17, and that's correct. Okay, what about 350 divided by 10? Well, the answer should be 35, because if I take off the 10, the number would be 35. All right, so now when I want to find the number of ones in 90, I can write the problem 3 ways. So I have, again, 90 divided by 1, 3 different ways, with the division symbol, the division bar, the division bar, and finally the division box. Okay, so the answer to each of these, how many ones are there in 90? I would do 90 divided by 1 is 90. There are 90 groups of there are number ones in 90. So the answer to all of these is 90. And on this last one, we always write the answer to the division problem at the top of the box. Okay? All right, so here I have 6 divided by 1. Okay? And 6 divided by 1 is the quotient equals 6. And 25 divided by 1, the quotient equals 25. So the pattern you should see here is when I divide any number by 1, the answer is always the same as the number being divided by. Okay? All right, what about dividing by 7? So when we ask questions about how many weeks there are for a given number of days, we divide by 7. So how many days in the week are in 1 week? Well, there's 7 of them. If I have 14 days, how many weeks is that? It's 2. So what I'm really finding is I'm finding the number of days divided by the number of days in the week. So 14 divided by 7 equals 2. And I can write it all 3 ways. Okay. What about if I did 21? Okay. If I wanted to do 21 groups of 7, I would do 21 divided by 7, which, as we learned in a previous lesson, equals 3. Okay. All right, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.